Hi, I'm Kirby Allison. 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 I'm Kirby Allison. Hi, I'm Kirby Allison.
We're going to cover Kirby Allison and his cigar and suit and tie adventures. This is a fancy man that considers himself to be the fanciest of fancy men. I don't know what else to say. He's a fancy man. Well, here he is. How to smoke a cigar at Davidoff, London. I mean, I think I know how to smoke a cigar, right? Let's like pretend this is a cigar, right? Breathe it in, blow it out. Can I make a channel about how to smoke? This guy is a goofball. He's a straight up, just certified goof. Look at him. All right, here we go, Kirby. Show us how to smoke a cigar, bud.
Well, what should we smoke?
Well, I think we need to hit the Trinidad, if you don't mind.
Beautiful choice.
The Fundaduras is quite special. It's incredibly elegant.
All right, like I know George Carlin already said this, but like they do look like penises, right? And I'm not trying to make my channel obsessed with penises. I know the last video had a lot of penis talk. Like, come on, dude. It's like an uncircumcised penis. That's the side you put your mouth on. That's the tip.
It's a beautiful, elegant format, so
May I
be a
cut
pleasure.
that for you?
Please. You know, I haven't smoked very many Trinidad, so this could indeed be my first. I'm not sure.
I think Kirby like kind of just got into cigars. He said, "I've never smoked a Trinidad before." Before this, I think he like just got into cigars because his channel before that, I'll show a scroll through. It was all like how to clean your fancy man shoes and how to brush your suit hat, whatever. Then he did this video with this guy, Eddie Sahakian, this fancy man from London, and he smoked a cigar with him, and then I think he got a lot of views, so he decided, I'm going to be a cigar channel. I'm going to teach people how to smoke a cigar. It's not hard to smoke a cigar. There might be some cigar fanatics out there that get like, oh, it's not hard.
We're indoors, so we have the luxury of matches. Good cigar matches are, I think, the nicest way to light a cigar. But if you're outside, you'll probably need to rely on a jet flame. I always get 2 or 3 ready because a good cigar might take 2 or 3 matches to light.
And so how do you light a cigar?
How do you light a cigar? Okay, so Kirby, what you do is you take the match, you light the match, and then you put the fire on the cigar. No, it's just like fancy man play. That's all it really is. Like I think I've smoked like 3 cigars in my life, and they suck, by the way. And I say that as a smoker, ex-smoker. And like you're not even supposed to like inhale the tobacco. You're supposed to like just get it in your mouth and get your mouth all like just like, yeah, and like you just light it. That's it. It's not hard. And Kirby's sitting there like taking this in too. You see him? He's like, Kirby, have you never lit a cigar before? Also, this is like one of the ultimate bitch moves too, to have some guy like imagine like I was gonna go smoke a cigarette and then the guy's like, can I light that for you? I'd be like, no.
I'm just toasting it up. I'm getting it going. You don't want to scorch the cigar with a really super hot flame.
You want to scorch the cigar with a really hot flame. Oh, do you? If you want to make money, just own a cigar shop and take like little lost men and just be like, oh yes, come here, come in, I'll show you how to light a cigar. We sit here. And then just talk about bullshit. What do they even talk about? I'll tell you what they talk about. They just talk about cigars. That's Kirby's relationship with this Sahakian guy. And we'll see more of him because I have a theory about him and Sahakian, and that's where this video will go. I'll get into my theory as we go. I think there's some weird stuff going on with this Mr. Sahakian and Kirby's relationship.
You can see I'm blowing on the end.
Mm-hmm. Look at that. It's lit.
And we're lit around the periphery.
But not in the center.
Not in the center yet. So we'll use the 3rd match to get that up and running.
This man's a car salesman just for cigars. That's really it. He brings all these people in that don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they dress as fancy men and clean their shoes for YouTube. And then comes in, he's like, wow, it's really elegant and like transcendental to light a cigar and smoke cigars. Like it's a hobby. It's not a hobby, it's an addiction. This video, how to smoke a cigar at David off of London. This was 6 years ago. This was posted 6 years ago and has 3.5 million views. Now he's a cigar man because he fell for the old Eddie Sahakian cigar trickery. You know what I mean? Eddie Sahakian gets the men in and he seduces them. You know what I mean? He shows them his big black rod, his big brown rod, and they put their mouth on it and they can't escape. This is his wife. His wife who will meet, she comes in. He tastes like tobacco. Have you been putting your mouth on Eddie Sahakian's brown rods again? I told you I don't like the taste of his brown rods in your mouth. So we're gonna go back to his channel here and look at him right there. That's that's a lost boy if I've ever seen one. But he's found himself. He's found Eddie Sahakian in the cigar world, and I think he feels complete now. Bespoke suit delivery. 8 days ago. Oh boy. Bespoke. Everything's bespoke. Bespoke commission delivery. Is this surprise bespoke shirt commission? Jesus. Dude, I don't even know what bespoke means. Hold on. Bespoke means custom made or made to order. Just say custom. It's fucking 2025. Just say it's a custom made. Custom sounds cooler than bespoke. If I told somebody like, oh yeah, this jacket, this is bespoke, I would get punched in the balls.
I'm back here on the streets of London, this time in Knightsbridge. One of the things that I love most about London, of course, is the incredibly vibrant...
All right, look at these people right here. Wait till they get to, like, look at him, and they see the camera and this guy's hat, and they're like, what are they filming, a gay thing? Is this Downton Abbey? Is this a gay thing? It's in London, too. They're like, oi, who's that bundle of sticks over there? Who's that cigarette over there? Because they're from London, you get it? What do they call a bundle of sticks and cigarettes in London?
Not only can you find some absolutely exclusive Cuban cigars here in London that you can really only find here, but you can smoke them in some of the most exceptional lounges. Without question, my favorite lounge is the Edward Sahakian Lounge here at the Bulgari Hotel, and Eddie is inside waiting to show us around. Eddie, it's so nice to see you.
Dear Kirby, welcome to the Edward Sahakian Cigar Lounge at the Bulgari Hotel.
Kirby, welcome to the Eddie Sahakian Lounge at this hotel. And Kirby gets very excited when he hears that. He's like, Eddie loves me. We're gonna suck on some sticks today. Look at him, he's so fucking happy. And also they have to set up the cameras beforehand. So like he has to go in and be like, okay, Eddie, we're gonna put the camera in here so we can get another angle. So I'm gonna walk in to your lounge and you're gonna welcome me like it's your first time. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. And then he comes in, Kirby, this is the first time I'm ever seeing you today.
And I couldn't be more excited to finally be able to smoke a cigar with you at this beautiful lounge. So
me too.
Thank you for inviting me. And what a way to start a trip.
Very, very welcome. Please hang up your hat.
Thank you.
Let's get going.
Okay, I don't care about this. It's very boring. But you know what Eddie Sahakian reminds me of? The guy from The Sopranos. Christopher Maltz. Yeah, see, right? That's Eddie Sahakian. Isn't that Eddie Sahakian? Kirby! This one's like... I can't do a New York accent. Hey, Kirby! Hey, Kirby! Got a meatball in my pants, Kirby. Put your mouth on my spaghetti rod. Is that a... That's my New York accent. Kirby, pizza pie, Kirby. This ain't going in the video.
And he was very keen to have the preeminent cigar lounge offering. He's a keen cigar smoker himself. And my father is a dear friend of his and a customer. He was a customer. So we scratched our heads and decided it was high time there was an Edward Sahakian moniker on a cigar space.
I'm gonna get Kirby Allison to promote my lounge in 15 million viewed videos. He's so excited too. He's like, Kirby's here to do free advertising.
It's small but perfectly formed. We have beautiful temperature and humidity controlled humidors in the other section, which I will be delighted to show you. The idea, of course, is
Didn't put his hand on his fucking arm like that? For no reason? I'll show you my humidor. And he's like, yes, he will, Eddie. It's kind of gross. Don't touch Eddie like that, Kirby.
Remember the Richard Hennessy cognac? It's a truly rare and unavailable drink now. That's available here as well.
Even more rare than Louis Trey, right?
Even more rare than that. Almost as rare as some of my father's cigars.
Yes, well, that's one of the things I'm looking
Dude,
forward to.
Kirby really wants to put his hand on fucking Eddie, doesn't he? He's like, anytime he gets a chance, please. Does Kirby do that when he talks to people? Does he just put his hands on them all the time? Is that how he communicates?
Well, the beautiful lounge, I, of course, expected nothing less.
Thank you very much, Kirby.
This is just like two men just smelling their own farts. That's all this is. He's like, I can't do it. Hold on. Kirby! It's fucking insane, dude. This is the best lounge. This is the best lounge ever, Eddie. And he's like, Kirby, you're so kind. Get another one of them toots in my nose, Kirby. Toot another one of those farts right directly into my nostrils, Kirb.
Monte Cristo 520 2012, but here I know here are some of your favorites. So let me see if any of these appeal to you. You'll recognize La Reina, of course.
Oh, yes, of course.
Do they realize what they look like on the internet? Like this is just like pure nonsense, right? And like he has like this fancy wooden cigar holder right there, and it's just like to tempt you. This one's smaller, so it's probably more compact with the better rare tobacco. This one's longer, so you get more of a smoke. And this is the standard size right here. This is just selling techniques. He would have just walked out with his fucking greasy hands and handed him a cigar. Kirby'd be like, actually, Kirby may grab it because he wants to touch Eddie all the time. And he might just be like, touch Eddie's hand.
My extraordinarily overlarge Zygar cutter. Zygar cutter.
Kirby has to laugh at that too. Or does Kirby think that's hilarious? That's not funny, Eddie. My extra large cigar cutter.
Well, you've changed the way I light a cigar, based off our how to light a cigar video. So I now savor the moment, the yellow flame, and do it properly. So it'll be another great, shall we say,
Thank you
touch
very
up on
much.
my technique.
You're very kind. My father will probably be annoyed that I'm not using matches, but please forgive me that indulgence.
The youth.
Oh, that's it.
Dude, Kirby don't know how to talk to anybody. He's trying to like come up with different words, like bespoke words to like act like a fancy London man. He's like the youth. Like when Sahakian goes home after a day of her hanging out with Kirby, he like tells his wife or his mistress or whoever. He's like, Kirby was there again filming another video. He doesn't even have a London accent too. He just comes home. He's like, Kirby, you're the best. And then he leaves. He's like, that guy's a fucking nerd. We'll see that Kirby like tries to act more sophisticated than he actually is. And he'll just say things like nonsense things. It's great.
So Kirby, what has been your favorite regional across the whole world so far? Really the one that you've enjoyed the most?
Well, I think the one that kind of got away from me was the Edmundo Dante Conde 54.
Is that Diglett? Did we just catch a Diglett? This is a money shot picture right here.
Large ring gauge, not something I normally would have purchased, but it was at the recommendation of the shopkeeper that I try it, and it was just sublime. And so I sent my father-in-law back the next week to collect as many as he could, and there were only 4 left.
Oh, God.
And so those were the only 4 I was able to get. I think one of them I smoked celebrating 50,000 subscribers. One of them I smoked on the birth of my first son, Nathaniel.
Because those are equal in celebrations, right? When my first son was born, I celebrated. And then when I got 50,000 subscribers, it was equally as enjoyable. Don't let your son hear that, Curb. Or your wife. Well, that's what's funny is that he says he's going to, he's like, my wife's family is from Mexico. Imagine this guy going to Mexico and hanging out with like a Mexican family. That's an awkward, like, dinner table situation right there. He's just in there. Is he trying to speak Spanish too? This guy don't know how to speak Spanish, does he? This guy never learned Spanish, right? I'm just guessing. I can't say that definitively. This guy don't have a lick of Spanish in that noggin of his. This is the face he makes when the Spanish people talk to him. He's like, I guess. Yeah. See.
Well, Kirby, you're shortly going to have 50 billion subscribers. What are you going to smoke then?
I don't know. Well, hopefully, as long as it's in good company, I think that anything would do.
That's a cry out of desperation right there. That's him asking Eddie to smoke more cigars with him. As long as it's in good company, Eddie. Hey, we don't hang out enough, Eddie. Eddie, you haven't posted about me on your Instagram, Eddie. Ever. I've posted about you multiple times, Eddie. Every time I come to David Off of London, we have an Eddie and Kirby picture. We're going to go into Kirby's Dream Cuba tour. Out of nowhere, Eddie Sahakian and Eddie Sahakian's father is in Cuba as well. And spoiler alert, my theory is that he followed them there. They were going to go on their own trip to Cuba, and I think Kirby just went there because as we're going to see, he bumps into them. This video is titled "A Dream Realized: First Cigar with Edward and Eddie Sahakian in Havana, Cuba."
Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and I'm thrilled to be here in Havana, Cuba for the very first time, visiting this beautiful city with several of my good friends and fellow cigar enthusiasts from London.
It's also funny that like how Kirby, like when he starts his video, like his hands, because some people, I talk with my hands and it's just like a natural thing that I've probably learned it from interacting with humans over time. And it's just like a way to express yourself. When Kirby's videos, when he starts it, it's just like, this is a man who's learned, like just learned from other people. You have to talk with your hands. So he moves it like robotically. It's like an alien that thinks he's like, hi, I'm Kirby Allison and I'm here in Havana, Cuba. And we're going to see if anybody likes me here.
So join me as we travel to Havana, Cuba to explore the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition of this beautiful island and their incredible cigars.
He's hiring a camera crew. How embarrassing.
And like a lighting crew.
Yeah, there's like a lighting crew and a camera crew, and he comes in with like all these 50 people, and he's like, this is just how it is here. That's not how it is, Kirby. You got a production crew with you, bud. Also, all Cuba is to this guy is just like cigars and fancy suits. Like, I don't think he understands that there's other culture there to be had. We're here at the cigar capital of the world, where I am just going to spend a bunch of money on cigars and drink coffee. And possibly get a street lady, a lady of the night. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he does that, but I don't know. It's there. They're there.
Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and I'm so excited to be joining you today from Havana, Cuba, with two of my dear friends, Edward and Eddie Sahakian. Here we are finally in Cuba together in one another's company, which we've enjoyed so much. And with the
Eddie and his father weren't expecting him to be there. When they planned this trip, they didn't plan Kirby to go with them. Like, yes, we are together, Kirby. God damn it, Kirby. They think he's a cartoon character because like he's in the they're like hanging out just trying to have a cigar, and he's like, okay, I got to set up the lighting. I have to set up the cameras. Okay, sit down right there. Yeah, can you move over to the left a little bit? We want the staging to be good. Yeah, put a thing right there. Put all these on the table. Open that door right there. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Actually, put a mic on. Can you mic yourself real quick? Yeah, it's right here. You have to mic yourself. Check the volume. And then he's like, 1, 2. We're here with Eddie Sahakian and Edward Sahakian to smoke cigars. And the two fucking British guys are like,
this in London, sitting in the shop, in Davidoff shop there. And to be honest, I thought that would be just a dream that will never happen. And yet again, we are here, we're in Havana.
We're here in Havana together, and I thought that would never happen. And then Kirby's like, here we are. I made it happen. Yep. I booked a trip. I'm with you guys now for a whole day. And guess what, Eddie? You're not going to make any money because he's buying the cigars directly from Cuba now. Eddie can't even fucking see his bank account get bigger with Kirby today. He's just like, fuck, it's a free ride for Kirby today, isn't it? He's just going to follow us around like a lost little puppy. Shit. You did this to yourself, Eddie Sahakian. Shame on you, getting Kirby addicted to cigars.
Such a delight to be in your company. Thank you so much I know for you to get here is a real struggle. It's not all that easy. And it's a pleasure, a joy for Eddie and myself to be here in your company, Kirby.
Well, the honor is mine. And this is, it's going to take weeks for me to fully appreciate just how incredible of a week this will have been. You know, being in Cuba, being in Havana, being amongst, legends and connoisseurs of, the best tobacco, the finest tobacco in the world.
Kirby's just like, I love you guys. I think this is amazing. This is the best day of my life. I got away from my kids and my wife, and I get to hang out with the Sahakians, and I have a bunch of tours booked for my YouTube channel. This is going to be great. I have a lighting crew. I have an audio crew. I have a camera crew. How much is he spending on this fucking channel? Is he making enough money to be able to offset the costs?
Kirby, why don't you show us what you have and let's have a think about.
Well, I brought a few special things and, some things that, are favorites of mine. I mean, it's funny because there's so many Cuban cigars in Cuba.
He don't know what to say. He thinks he's like saying profound shit for his fucking crazy YouTube channel. It's nuts. This is amazing. I urge everybody to give him the more views so we can get more quality content. I don't want the quality to diminish on this channel. I love this. This is amazing. Okay, there's a whole section here called lighting our cigars. This is like a fucking porno. This is porno for cigar people. This is so stupid.
That was and still is my favorite finish of the Dupoms. The gold dust, there's something magical.
Isn't it really?
Next time you're in London, remind me to show you my Dupont watch that I have with the gold dust lying on it.
Wow.
Yep.
And it has this brown that just kind of makes me think of tobacco.
That's that. Then the lacquering process they use is exquisite on top of that.
Dude, it's just a lighter. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? You know what you can do? Do you want to get a really good lighter? You can go to any tobacco shop ever, or even like a 7-Eleven, and go get a Zippo. And guess what? It's $30. And Zippo will basically fix it for you for life, for free. You have a lifetime warranty. What happens if that one breaks? You can charge another $500 for it, Kirby? Because he is charging like $500 for some of these lighters. We'll get into that. Didn't Eddie say that it was a faux pas to use a lighter?
My father will probably be annoyed that I'm not using matches, but please forgive me that indulgence.
It would be like my dad would be disappointed in me if I used a lighter because he likes matches. And then his dad's just sitting there letting it happen. His dad's using a lighter too. Look at his dad's using a fucking Bic. You see that? His dad's using a fucking Bic lighter. He don't give a shit. Makes me want to smoke a cigar though. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to. That shit's dumb. Okay, this is just these men jerking each other off right now. Except for, you know what? I'm starting to enjoy Edward Sahakian. He's like the least pretentious one there. He's just sitting there like, yeah, my son just brought this weird gremlin guy out and he just follows. Yeah, whatever, yeah.
I mean, it's incredible how much of a manifestation, or should I say, how much of Cuba and the people of Cuba, right? And I think, unfortunately, in kind of this climate, it's unfortunate to see people, associate any opinions that they have kind of with the government or the political system here with the cigars. Because the cigars have really nothing to do with it.
It's really unfortunate that we can't sell cigars in the United States from Cuba. It's really unfortunate. That's all he gives a shit. He doesn't know anything about Cuba or the government or anything like that. He doesn't know shit. The reason why he's saying that is Kirby probably wants to be able to sell cigars on his website. That's probably it. Also, the only thing Kirby knows about Cuba is whatever they showed him in Godfather 2. We'll go to that. Let's go to that section because this is gay. Somebody's on like rollerblades filming it just with them and he's like,
It's like a little Cuban boy that he paid $5.
and it's Cuba, so he probably doesn't have to pay to shut down the street. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Fucking do whatever you want. Yeah, this is the music from Sex and the City. He just stole it from Sex and the City. Dun, 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 dun. And for him, this is his Sex and the City. He gets to go and suck on all these little brown rods. he's having a good old time. He's being a little cigar slut.
Well, gentlemen, thanks for letting me tag along.
This is one of our favorite little strolls. We take several times a visit, actually, not even once. And it's...
All right, hold on. This is my theory. I'm going to insert my theory again. He just drove over there and picked them up at their hotel. They like just got up and like, they're like getting their clothes ready and stuff. And like, ugh. We said we would meet Kirby at 8 a.m. He's going to be here with his film crew. We'll give him 3 hours. Let's just walk around Cuba with him. He'll follow us around. He'll be all weird. And then we'll go do what we actually want to do. But we told him we'd film with him. He followed us to Cuba. Eddie Sahakian's like not even ready for this. Yeah, he's all hungover from all the booze he's been drinking with his dad and all the fucking hooker pussy he's got in Cuba. And he's just like, they've been partying all night and having a good time. And then Kirby comes by and he's like, you guys, we're going to film the cigar videos again. They're like, we're on vacation, Kirby. Our whole lives are cigars, Kirby. Fine. Sure, yeah. He buys a lot from us. Eddie Sahakian's like, but Dad, I don't want to hang out with Kirby. I told you. And his dad's like, you can't just tell people. He followed you here like a lost puppy. He's going to get himself killed.
But more importantly, we're getting into the Old Town.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I think you guys have got right about Cuba is, not sticking to the official agenda, slowing down the pace and really enjoying oneself. I mean, we've been, I think, busy from morning to night, but you gentlemen are really truly taking in, the Cuban ambiance of a slightly slower pace of life.
Thank you very much, Kirby.
He's basically telling him there, me and my film crew have been busy. We literally have to pay off this trip. So we've been filming day and night. And you guys, it seems like you guys are on vacation. And Sahakian's like, thank you, Kirby. It's because we are on vacation, Kirby. And part of this vacation did not have you penciled in it. You followed us here, Kirby. Check my Instagram, Kirby. You are not in there. It's only scotch and cigars, Kirby.
First cigar in the morning.
What are you smoking?
And the first morning, I've got really nothing programmed as such. So it's a pleasure to spend
What is
some
it that you're
time with
smoking?
you. I don't even know what I'm
Don't
smoking.
even know.
That's one of my favorite spots where like, the dad's trying to talk to him like a normal human being, and Kirby's like, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? You don't even know.
First cigar
one.
in the morning.
What are you smoking?
And the first morning, I've got really nothing programmed as such. So it's a pleasure to spend
What is
some
it that
time
you're
with
smoking?
you.
What are you smoking?
I don't even know what I'm
Don't
smoking.
even know.
The old guy like has it. He understands. He's like not in the he's done selling. He's like retired, I think. But you can tell he's like done selling the bit of the cigars being fancy and all that stuff. He's like, what are you smoking? What are you smoking? And then he's like, I don't even know. I just like fucking smoking cigars, Kirby. And he's like, you don't even know. See, I have to know because I'm obsessed. I have a YouTube channel. I need to know these things now. I put myself in a situation, in a bind, where I need you to tell me what you're smoking. We need to guess now. We need to spend 5 minutes of this video guessing what you're smoking.
What are you having there? I can see.
So this is the Cueto Arce Coronas Claro. And again, I don't remember where or how I came by this, but
It's a great cigar. Lovely size to it as well.
If you only saw this in his Cuba videos, and that's your only idea of Cuba, or the only thing you would just think Cuba is just cigars. That's it. That's where their culture begins and ends. It's always been cigars. You go there for your little cigarnival. Carnival? Huh? Huh? Kirby's like a little, he's like a gecko walking around, how he walks around. Like, look him walk around. He's just kind of like,
Blip, 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 blip.
his little flappy feet. It's just so silly. And also, like, he like, I'll put a picture of him right here. Kirby kind of like, he looks like a salamander a little bit, or like a frog, like a kind of, he like reminds me of a frog. And like, I feel like when he blinks, like he should like be blinking one eye first and then the other one. So he's like, like he should be blinking like a lizard. Like, I can't do it, but yeah.
so what are the other rituals that your father has, kind of inducted you into,
Okay, that's like kind of the look of like Sahakian kind of being annoyed a little bit, right? He doesn't want to do this. It seems like, look at this. Watch him. He just wants to chill and smoke his cigars and hang out with his dad and get hookers. Okay, he's like, what are you asking me, Kirby? What is he saying? That's a judgmental man right there.
In Cuba, I mean, again, your schedule has been so open in the best of ways that it's allowed you guys to really
right in his face. You see that? He blew that smoke right in his face. That's what he thinks of Kirby. He's like, what do you think?
There's several things we always enjoy doing in Havana. One is what
it didn't even make it. It did when Kirby tried to do it. It didn't even make it. The gods said he is a bigger man than you, Kirby. You can't blow hard enough to get the smoke in Eddie Sahakians. He's a real man, Kirby.
To not be rushed.
Ooh, shop now at KirbyAllison.com. Guess where we're going? Kirby Allison website. Kirby, what is this? He has a Game of Thrones collection? Hold on. Oh my fucking god. $4,000? It's a fucking lighter throne. Dude, Kirby, this is terrible. And also, this is him just reselling. He's just drop shipping. He'd know better than a TikTok drop shipper. Okay, so anyway, this is ridiculous. Remember when I said $500 lighter? Sorry, $4,000 lighter, everybody. My bad. Oops. That is stupid. And also, if you buy a $4,000 lighter, you should hang yourself. No, don't do that. But you should really think about your decisions. Basically, how he got big, or like how he got his money, I think, is from this website where he sells just like suit and pants hangers. So this is a $295 coat hanger. This is where we're at in society. Is that there are $295 hangers out there. That's insane. I don't care what you pay for your suit. Do not buy this. If you buy a suit, they should give you the hanger. Fucking, you're spending like anywhere from $800 to $5,000 to $10,000 to sometimes even $20,000. Don't buy a $20,000 suit, by the way. But like anywhere from that range, they better give you the fucking wooden hanger, goddammit. Kirby's favorites. Okay, let's see what Kirby's favorites are. Oh, these goofy ass socks. How much are these socks? $36 for these fucking socks. $75 for these socks. Look at that. Oh, a $395 umbrella. $395 for an umbrella. Kirby, you are an absolute monster, my friend. How much you actually making on these, Kirb? Who's actually buying this from your website, by the way? First of all, nobody. I feel like maybe nobody's buying this stuff. He just has it here. And if you look, this is my theory of how it works. You go to like vintage lighters, right? You have the top one on the site, right? Is it's just a lighter. It's just a fucking lighter, right? $1,450. This one's $3,980, right? But you probably like look at that, right? And you're like, I don't want to spend that much money on a lighter. Nobody is. So you scroll all the way down, right? And then you find ones in your price range, and that's how he gets you. And now we're getting $1,590, right? Look at how many lighters. You're like, oh, these are so expensive. Do you guys have any ones that are cheaper? Well, you're in luck. That's more in my price range. $890. I could spin that, and then you get ripped off buying a fucking $980 lighter. Or $890 lighter. I'm retarded. So you look at this one, you're like, what is that? $1,650 for a hanger? That must be an amazing hanger. Maybe I should get an entry-level hanger and pay $32 for it. That's how he gets you. That's marketing 101. Kirby, how many of these are you actually selling? Can you give me some numbers? I won't tell anybody. I want to know, dude. I'm interested. How many of these are you actually selling? Visiting Cuba's famous tobacco fields. Okay. This is where the real labor happens. All those little brown rods that they like to suck on, they are handmade here. This is like real labor that these people are doing. And I don't know, I mean, maybe good for them or maybe not good for them. I don't know how much they're making, but like they're doing real work here. And Kirby comes in with his little fucking YouTube channel and his goddamn production crew. And he's just like, yeah, I want to film you guys making the cigars. And he just makes a complete ass out of himself in front of this person that's doing the tour.
Raúl, ¿qué tal?
¿Cómo está?
How is everything?
Muchísimas gracias por todo. It's an honor to be here in your beautiful tobacco.
Okay, no, it's still up in the air. Does he actually know how to speak Spanish, or does he learn those lines before the shoot and then switches to English after he gets enough words out?
This is the famous Cuban sun-grown tobacco fields.
Aquí donde nace el tabaco.
Yeah.
Aquí
This is
tenemos
where tobacco is born.
una planta aquí de tabaco.
As you can see, we have
He doesn't know how to speak Spanish. He has a translator there. He has a Mexican wife. He doesn't know how to speak Spanish, like from Mexico. Oh, boy, you gotta get your shit together. He's sitting there too. He's like, anytime the Spanish people are talking, he's like, That's what I do. When people speak different languages to me, I'm like, And there's nothing going on in there. I'm just kind of like, I hope they think I know what they're saying. Yeah, I know. Yeah. What's that?
So here we are in ABT La Raza Peña, one of the most famous areas in Cuba for the growth of tobacco, and specifically for the growth of one of the most prized leaves, which is the wrapper leaf. I'm here today with Armando Trujillo Gonzalez.
This guy's just sitting here like, okay.
So gracias por todo, and it's such an honor to have been welcomed by you onto this incredible plantation.
Oh, we didn't see him talk. That guy don't speak English at all, and Kirby didn't have a translator there. I was ready to be like, okay, how are you guys? Is he going to speak English, or is Kirby going to bring out a translator all of a sudden? And they didn't do any of it. They just clipped to a next thing. Are we going to see a translator there?
There's another strategy, which is the rotation of the soil, and it's done in a 2 per 2 years basis. It means that this plantation next year will not be planted, and not the next one. So until the other year, that's the moment that you will see.
Oh, dude, he's on a tour with other people, too. He can't even get his own tour for this plantation. That's fucked up. How do you convince people? Can we convince people? Can we go to Rome or something like that and go to the Vatican and then hop in on a tour and be like, hold on, let me bring my production crew and my sound guys? Also, he mic'd that guy. He mic'd that guy with his own mic, I think. Can you just do that? Can you just go up to tour people, but also, can you wear this mic? If I was a tour guy, I'd be like, you're paying me extra. Did all of those people consent and sign waiver forms to be on camera? Should I blur their faces? I'm not going to, Kirby. I'm going to trust you on this one, Kirby. I am going to trust you that these people agreed to be on your channel. Like, when you're on a tour, it's already kind of awkward anyway, because you're standing with a bunch of strangers, and you just kind of want to experience it yourself, but they drag you to other places, and you have to go do weird activities together. But it's the problems and awkwardness of that are exacerbated when somebody else comes in with their production crew and has you sign waivers, hopefully, to be on their fucking YouTube channel. He's getting different angles, too. He's like, can you do it again? I want to put my camera guy behind my head. That's Kirby's Cuban tour. So, that's fun. So Kirby makes a bunch of video. Well, he made some videos about his wife, shopping for his wife's presents in Paris, and some other stuff like that. And that's him and his wife right there. So, yeah, so that's his wife. She hasn't been in the videos, which good for her. Good for you. Whoa, she has been in a video. Actually, not good for you, Kirby Allison's wife. Kirby has this traditional thing that he does where he fucking, it seems like he forces his kids to be on camera to sing Christmas songs. And his wife is right there just letting this happen on camera. And it's wildly uncomfortable. It's very weird. And I feel bad for the kids. He's just shoving them into his content. Also, Kirby, blur your kids' faces when you put them on the internet. They can't consent to being on the internet, really. They're not old enough to do this. I'm going to play some of the video, but I'm going to do the kids a favor and blur their faces. There we go. Look at how uncomfortable they look. Oh, you can't because I blurred the video. Well, we'll just play a little bit, but his wife should know better. Come on.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Today, as we celebrate the joyous birth of our Lord and Savior, we want to pause and reflect on the incredible blessing this season brings.
She's looking at him being like, I'm only going to be in this video and I ain't saying shit, Kirby. I want nothing to do with your videos except for shoving our kids into it to sing for views. This is gross. Out of all the things we've seen, it's all pretty weird and like, but it's like, okay, your hobby, it's a joke, it's funny, but like this actually is disgusting. Don't do this to your kids. They are reading a teleprompter though, and look at we're actually going to see, because in the last video, I don't know if it's this one, but like Kirby is like kind of mouthing the words because you don't know not to do that.
Christmas is such a beautiful time of the year, a season of love, gratitude, and the cherished traditions that connect us to one another and to our faith.
What are some of the things that you've looked forward to most this year?
Well, I look forward to the presents under the tree in the morning because it's very exciting and all of us want to wake up so early to see what we got. But Christmas is not just about the presents, it's about joy and peace.
What do you look forward to?
He cut that because she might have screwed up a line right there, and he just hard cut.
What about you? What are you looking forward to under the tree this year?
Probably some overtime clothes, some stuff for like collectibles, and just some miscellaneous stuff.
Miscellaneous stuff. Is that? I guess you're giving Santa creative license with miscellaneous stuff.
Do you think he gets these kids like suits and shit, and they're just like, Dad, come on? Do you think he gets them cigars? Yeah, at a certain age, like when they become like old enough to smoke, he's gonna be like, son, you're gonna have your first cigar with me, and he's gonna fucking get his kid to smoke cigars. I bet. Don't do that. Don't Eddie Sahaki in them, please, Kirby. I feel bad for these kids. Like this is gross to do this to your kids, right? This is pretty nasty. Don't do this to your kids. I beg of you. Like, we're living in a different type of society now. Like, thousands of people are watching this. How many people are watching this? 16,000 people watch. That's a lot of fucking people to watch that. You're like, they're in the thumbnail too. Even if they just view that, if that gets sent out to people, like, your kids are on people's random machines. That's really fucking weird, dude.
From our family to yours, we wish you a Merry Christmas filled with hope, peace, and the timeless beauty of tradition. May this season inspire you to cherish what truly matters.
Come on, you don't mouth the fucking words that you wrote, dude. What is that?
Has prepared a little surprise to share with you all, a hymn that holds a special place in our family's hearts.
Merry Christmas!
This is just wrong.
What sweet time music can we bring? Than carol for to sing, the birth of this song.
The remix. So that's kind of it. I don't really have anything else to cover on that. Do I have an issue with this guy doing this? Yes. Yes, I have a big issue with him doing this. He's trying to sell some brand, the Kirby Allison brand, where you get brushes for your hat. Fucking brushes for your... Come on, you're going to buy a fucking $30 brush for your hat. And all this fancy cigar stuff and suits and shoes and shit. And he's trying to make it seem like he's some wealthy guy that has thousands and thousands of cigars, shoes, nice house, nice family and stuff. Using his fucking kids out there, forcing them to fucking, or not even forcing them, just having them sing and using their names for all of YouTube to see. Dude, YouTube is, there's some cool shit here, but YouTube is a disgusting place. I should know. I'm on it. It seems like a lot of the things he's selling, we went to the website, is like consumer trickery. There's like a $13,000 lighter on there, and people are like, I gotta get that. No, you fucking don't. You don't even have to get the $250 lighter. He fancies himself a fancy man. The fanciest of fancy men. And yeah, it's pretty gross. So, that's Kirby Allison. Thank you for watching if you watched. If you're still here, they do the thing, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to watch more videos. So, thank you.